Welcome to the Heavy Hitters podcast, helping ambitious fighters and coaches take their game to the next level by bridging the gap between strength and conditioning, performance science, and Muay Thai. And here is your host, Heatrick.
I've been sent in a question and I thought I'd just do a really quick down and dirty video just to get an answer out for this one. So the question was, I was wondering how you would structure a strength and conditioning program for a fighter that's 2 weeks out. I'm going to have to make some assumptions here. So I'm assuming that you're at a competitive body composition and that you're not looking to lose fat already. So the only kind of weight cutting you're doing is basically a water cut if it's a day before weigh-in. I'm assuming that you've already been training effectively and following a process that's similar to how I've got laid out in my Fight Camp blueprint. So go and check that out if you're not sure about that. I'll put a link with this video. So 2 weeks out from a fight, you're really too late to build anything new. All you can do is really peak what you've already got in the first week, and then the second week, reduce fatigue. So you basically just don't spoil it. That's what we're looking to do. Ideally, we'd have 4 weeks in a typical training block. In this case, we've just got 2. A 4-week block would have 3 weeks of loading and 1 deload. So it'd be a low week, a medium week, a high week, and then we'd deload. For 2 weeks, we're just going to go high week and deload the week of the fight. So week 1, the resistance training would be focusing on anything that's going to improve speed. So that's plyometric bounds and jumps, med ball throws, all this kind of work, all the body weight, really explosive, fast work without too much external resistance added to that. So the med ball work as well would be sort of typically 2 or 3 kilos, very light, fast medicine ball work. The cardio conditioning would be to boost power endurance. So very simple examples that you're going to be able to just understand without too much extra detail here would be cardiac power intervals, which are literally 2-minute rounds where you're running as hard as you can, as fast as you can, with the objective of reaching a maximum heart rate, and that would be for 2 minutes. So 2-minute round, a 1-minute rest, and then another 2-minute round, 1-minute rest, and an optional third round if you're kind of up for it, but you don't need to overdo it. That's a very stressful session. Another thing you can use for cardio conditioning, very simple, is Tabata intervals. So with whatever sort of training method you want to use, whether it's running, skipping, bag work. In fact, bag work's really good because it's sport specific here as we're close to the fight like this. So it'd be 20 seconds flat out effort, 10 seconds rest. Repeat that 8 times over to make a 4-minute round. Rest for a minute or 2, repeat that again. You can do that again and for a third round if you really needed to, but again, you don't want to waste it. If you don't need it, you don't need it. You don't need to be pushing into too much fatigue. This is all about just peaking your fitness and not pushing you too far into fatigue. And minimizing fatigue is really what we're doing with week 2. So week 2 is all about just resting and really any vanity sessions now. So you're not going to change much in that last week. It is all about just making sure that the fatigue diminishes so that you expose the fitness that you've really got and not just carrying that fatigue and the fitness is buried underneath that and you don't perform too well. And of course, you're doing your water cut as well. So all of that stuff is kind of working together. So that's your 2 weeks. First week, high week. Second week, a complete deload. Vanity sessions, short, sharp sessions if you're going to be doing those. No sparring or anything that's going to sabotage you with injuries. And that's the way that's going to typically look.
Thanks for listening. If you found this valuable, please like, subscribe, and share with someone else it could help too. Please give the podcast a review or comment below. We'd love to hear from you. As always, you can visit Heatrick.com for more Muay Thai performance podcasts, videos, articles, and guides. Catch you next time.